Hello everyone and welcome back. We are out here in the end right now, standing on a platform that was built by one of the other members of this server. And the point of this platform was to, I believe, get to Endermen to spawn so they could be killed out here. That person doesn't play all that much anymore, and this project has never been completed. So what we're going to do after kind of talking it over with some of the other people is this is going to be kind of annexed into public domain, and we are going to build an ender grinder out here. This grinder is going to be based on a video that was produced by Tango Tech and Slipgator. They're both from the Hermitcraft group. I think the original concept of the mechanism is from S01, but I'm not positive. That part is using a endermite to draw the endermen into a drop shaft where then they're killed by TNT. That's the part that was added by the Hermitcraft guys. So we're going to be building that. I'm out here right now because I wanted to take a look at the platform in a kind of in-person setting as opposed to an overworld map, just to see what it looked like and what I needed to do. Now that I've been out here, I'm going to go gather up some materials, get the base platform built out here. I may move it out a little farther just to guarantee that because there's a little bit of that stone there that's fairly close still. So I want to get it ways out there so we're nowhere near the end island. And once I get the base section built, I will be back. Alright, so I've got the base platform in place. Went with just a simple pattern, just a little spiral made out of raw granite and polished granite. The cobble here in the middle will eventually be replaced with hoppers. Those will be where the Endermen land when they fall. They're going to fall 43 blocks, which is where that platform up there is, so that's where the spawning platform will be. So what the next phase is going to be is to get that spawning platform built, and then try and decide what I want to do for the walls here, because I'd rather not fall off and die. So eventually I need to get something in place for the walls, and then once that's done, or once the spawning platform is done, I will be back. Alright, so the spawning platform is complete. The platform itself is about 33 by 33. These guys appeared when I went down to pick up some more half slabs. So you can see they appear pretty quickly. They built up pretty fast. Now what I have to do is start with the part about getting the endermite situated. So for that I need to go acquire some ender pearls, which is going to take me a little bit of time. Once I get that done, I'm going to come back and start setting this up, and then I will be back. Alright, so the platform's done. I've got most of it in place up here. You can see several endermen floating around. They're appearing in the areas that aren't lit. What I'm doing right now is I'm standing on top of the area where we're going to attempt to spawn the endermite, which is over top of the drop pit here. And I've got a post there. The post is the fourth block above the center here. So if you put 3 blocks here, 1, 2, and then 3, and then stick that post on top, it's number 4. Built this little structure around it to try and capture the endermite. And this is the part of anywhere I expect to take forever or possibly kill me. So we'll see. And I've got my little name tag here so I can put a name tag on him. I've got my minecart so I can catch him if I need to. And that is pretty much it. Now all that's left is to attempt to spawn the little guy without killing myself, which I expect to take a long time. And now I have to wait to regen health. So since I don't have a regeneration potion, I'm going to stand here, wait for my health to come back, and then I'll be back. Alright, time to try again. And we got one, so now we need to get him into a cart, which we do. This can be a problem. Okay, that worked a little better. So now he should have a name tag, so hopefully he won't despawn on us. And now I need to remember where I am. So if this works, we need to get him to fall in there, land on that, and then remove this entire structure from around him. So now he's sitting there. Now the real fun is going to be doing this without the enderman killing me. So let's see if we can get this carved out. and then see if this works the way it did in all the other videos I've seen. If it does, this will give us a source of experience that we can use to start getting our enchants up and hopefully get something a little better than what we've got for gear. And hopefully he'll stay there. If he doesn't, it's going to take a while to get another one. On the plus side, the Endermen are spawning up here quite a bit frequently, so this is fairly easy to get the number of Ender Pearls I had just by standing up here under some half slabs and staring at them until they ran at me. Alright, the idea of the trapdoors here is that they will see this as a full block, and hopefully they'll come running to try and kill him and fall. So we'll see how that works out, and I don't have... Oh, I'll just use one of these. Unfortunately, the Endermen that are standing there currently won't do it. They have to... Oh, yeah, there we go. That might be a little too low. Oh, no. Seems to be working. So now the idea here, let's try this out and see if we can blow the whole thing up by mistake here. Let's find out what happens. Put all our bits and pieces away, especially the silk touch. Running around naked is kind of weird. Alright, so the idea here is we got a water source that runs out into a little T intersection there, and I've got posts on either side with glass on either side of it. That way it doesn't connect, so it's a little easier to place the TNT. The idea here is when you light the TNT, it's in water, so the theory is that it will not blow up all of our stuff, but it will hurt everything around it. Like that. And then we come back and we collect all of our experience, which is working out pretty good. Now let's see how we got for Ender Pearls down here. I haven't set up a storage system, so all we've got is that. Well, 5 out of that batch, that's not bad. The point of this really isn't for Endermen, it's to, or for Pearls, it's to get those guys so we can get experience off of them. Unfortunately, I can't put half slabs on here, so every once in a while the experience gets stuck in the hoppers, which is kind of annoying. But that'll work out. What I do need to do is remove this platform here, get kind of the storage moved in here, and then get this area coated in water. As you can see, some of them have kind of appeared out and around it. Need to kind of get that taken care of. I'm going to put some water on the roof of this to make sure they don't go that way. And then let's try this again. So we put a little TNT here, light it on fire, and then we get away from it because it will hurt us too. And then they're all dead. And this works out rather well. We're already up a couple levels on experience, and we didn't really have to do much of anything. So what I'm going to do is get started. I'm going to remove this platform because I need to get it out of the way. This is the original platform. So that was a moment. Get this taken care of so they stop appearing there when they get hurt, because you can see more and more of them are starting to appear out there. So we'll get that taken care of, and then I may start on the water process just to get some water out there. This platform, I think, to right here is about 200 blocks from the island, so hopefully it'll work out. But I need to get this area to clear out because right now there's probably 20 Endermen up there that spawned while I was there, so they're not going to chase after the Endermen. So get some of this stuff taken care of, get my temporary storage and things moved in here, try and decide what I want to do with the rest of this, and I'll be back. Alright, one quick thing I realized here is I left a whole bunch of torches up here, which is going to cause some issues with the Endermen spawning, which explains why they're not coming down quite as fast as I was hoping for. So we're going to remove all these torches. There's only one left here. I've been shoving them off the edge as I find them. Kind of get them taken care of here. Okay, so there's more. The problem we're running into is they're falling down and then they're teleporting back up here. So occasionally they are dying when they land, because they'll fall and not die like they're spawned. They'll fall once, teleport up, then they'll fall again and they'll die. And at least we're getting Ender Pearls out of them, but we won't get the experience in that batch. But hopefully we can speed up the spawn rate to the point where it doesn't matter so much if we lose a few here and there. Almost done here. Okay, there's that. Get out of here. Go back down to the bottom and see. So you can see I've got a few more levels so far. And they're falling down fairly nicely. They pile up fairly quickly after you finish the first batch, which is really nice. And one of the useful things about this is you don't need to use TNT. If you really want to do it the hard way, you can use it. If you really want to. Got some of the platform removed, still working on the rest of it. So I'm going to get back to that, and then I will be back. Alright, so I got extra motivated and did more than just adding the removing the platform. I removed the remnants of the outside of this platform here. Added the slabs down a ways, covered this entire thing with water with the exception I think one block in each corner doesn't have water on it. Brought in an enchanting table. It's not full yet, but it'll get up to level 28. Got the, just put a little edge around here. I'm not sure I like the color, but at least this way I don't have to worry about falling off. I'm starting on the storage here. Starting a little storage room. I was originally going to have it go up a glass elevator and have the storage up on this level here, but after looking at it, it's just going to be easier and I won't have that annoying clicking every time an ender pearl drops. What I'm going to do here is get 5 sets of chests. I'll have 10 chests, 10 double chests total. What I'm going to do with the hoppers here is I'm going to wrap them across the back there, around, and then across this line of hoppers, ending with this one here. That should give us more than enough storage. And then once it gets down to this point, I may go down below this here and put a little dispenser to kick any overflow out. That we don't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this section up, get these hoppers kind of lined in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll come back once I get, actually I think I will. I'll get a platform built just below this, or just behind it actually. And then I'll come back and we'll build a little redstone dropper clock to kick the excess pearls, if there are any, out the back. And then once that's done, I need to remove that and fix it. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with the ceiling here. So far it hasn't been a problem, but this area is 3 tall. What I may do is just put glass across the entire ceiling here, bring the height down. It's not ideal, but unfortunately with that glass sticking down there already, I couldn't just have a too high floor, and I don't want to put put slabs in the floor like I'd initially thought, because then you'd cover up the pattern and it would kind of be pointless to have it there. But I'm going to get this part finished, and then I'll come back when we get to the part about building the dropper clock. Alright, this room is set up pretty much the way it's going to be, I think. It's not perfect, but it should work. What we're going to do now is get the little dropper clock done to kind of take care of any overflow. So what we've got set up right now is all the ender pearls are collected from up there. They funnel down into this thing, this little tube here. They'll run across, they'll go all the way across this way, they'll wrap around to the back, and then they'll continue on to this point here. As it goes, each one of these sets of chests, or be another set right here, which will pull out as they go until they fill up. Once all these hoppers, or chests and hoppers, have filled up, it'll come over here and it'll drop down. This is where we're going to put our dropper. So what we're going to use for this is going to be a dropper, a comparator, a repeater, and some redstone. So what we want to do is we are going to put the dropper, I think I was going to put it right here. No, I'm going to put it forward one more. That way it'll fire right off the edge. And then we're going to grab some half slabs. I'm going to seal that up so I don't end up falling in by mistake. We'll put our hopper there. We're going to leave that one off just in case. Half slabs back. We're going to put these here. Break this one for now. What we're going to do here is this is where we want our comparator. Right there. What it'll do is it'll pull a signal out of that dropper, so anytime there's anything in it, this will light up. So we get our signal there. Then what this will do is this will fire that signal into a block. Then that block comes over here to this redstone, into that block, and I keep moving my stuff off the hotbar. Actually, I'm going to take that out for now. Go into our little repeater here, then we'll put that block back, and it runs the redstone all the way across there. And that's pretty much it. So if this works, fires them off into the void, and we don't have to worry about them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our little cap back over here, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we're going to put our last hopper back in place to connect the chain. There are quite a few hoppers in here, but it's not going to be terrible. Now what we're going to do is go up and grab our 2 remaining trap chests, our 2 sets for doubles. We might actually be out of wood to make hoppers. That would be inconvenient. And we'll just steal this one. Come over here and make a few more of these. Built here. Put the stuff back where it goes so we don't have to worry about that. Now this is going to be the part that I did not think through very well, apparently. Got to remove these. Alright, let's go collect up some pearls so I don't have to worry about this here. Gives us an excuse to blow some Endermen up as well, which oddly enough never seems to get old. And you gotta stand way back here, otherwise it does actually hurt. Lighter back. As you can see from my experience, I think I started out around 26, 27, up around 48 now, so I've blown them up a few times. Collect up this, make sure we got it all from around here. Alright, now let's double check and make sure this works. If everything works right, it should start piling up over here. There they are. Alright, now let's see if I can do this without trapping myself in here. So we want those there. And of course I did it backwards. Put that last set of chests in here. See if I can do this. I think I'm going to get stuck here anyways, but okay, so that should link that line up. And now the fun part, getting out. Oh, that didn't work. That almost went really bad. Let's just do this. A little less likely to fall off and kill myself this way. On the bottom on this side. And to there. There. these last two back. And that should do it. Nothing can spawn up there. Nothing can spawn in here. All of our ender pearls should end up in that box. Put our stuff away here. Alright, let's blow a few more of them up here and confirm that the ender pearls go where they're supposed to. They pile up fairly fast, which is really nice because you can kind of watch them. The enemy count jumps around a little bit. We're up kind of in the upper left corner. The E count it stabilizes around. I think last time I looked, it ended up around 71 of 74. So right there, we're about 7 down. So that's not that bad. So I'm gonna light this up again. Kill that group. Hurt myself in the process. Blast radius on the TNT is a lot farther than you'd think it would be. Toss the pearls we picked up. The only drawback to these guys is they're really loud. Got my hostile mob volume set down to 15% and they're still loud. So like that one, way over here. All that's really left to do is I need to get some type of entrance here. I need to get probably 1 or 2 more books on this thing, that way I can get up to level 30. And then that's pretty much what I'm going to do here for now. This gives me enough that if I buy a bunch of picks from the villager trading center we have, I can combine a bunch of efficiency 2s, and I can combine them any way I want because it doesn't matter. A few minutes here and I can get enough to enchant them all together, and it doesn't matter that the repair cost kind of goes through the roof after a while because we'll just make a new one. So we're all good there. Let's go take a look. That's good. Alright. So I do want to fix this at some point, and I'll probably do part of this ramp again because I wouldn't mind continuing the border pattern down that way. I'm thinking about taking the glass and actually making it up here as opposed to down one layer. So what I would do is I would put it at the same kind of out one, so in the water stream, but kind of right there at head height, and run along. That would kick the whole water stream out one and around it, and it would mean that you still wouldn't necessarily fall out, which is kind of what we're going for there. And maybe run some fences on the bottom just to be sure, but kind of give it a different pattern, plus to kick the wall out without having to make it solid glass. It's either that or I'll just make it solid glass, we'll see. But that's probably going to be done at a later date, because right now this is pretty much finished, and this is where I wanted this part to be. So what I'm going to do now is kind of clean up my junk, and that will be it. Thank you for watching.